To come, but right now, let's detox with Audrey Mansfield.
Hello, Janelle and Spencer. You know, usually I'm doing fashion and beauty, but today I'm talking about detoxing in a natural way. It's the big buzzword. Some people are spending a lot of money on it. Some people are doing it the natural way. And here to help us through the steps to doing it naturally is our guest, Nona Lim. Welcome to the show, Nona.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, buzzwords about getting rid of toxins. I mean, before, people were having colonics. You know, that was a quick fix to get through it because basically detoxing means emptying your bowels, right?
It does mean that detoxing is actually a very natural process that our body goes through, whether it is through sweating, urinating, and as you say, emptying our bowels. And, you know, the tricky thing is that you don't always have to go on kind of a intense cleanse to do that because it's very difficult to sustain that. So what we want to do here is to do it a natural way that we can all do at home.
Because, you know, there's a packets of stuff out there and you can buy this. There's a lot of things and some of them are very expensive. To do it the natural way is the least expensive and the most natural. What are you going to show us for a recipe today?
What we have here today is rainbow trout with arugula pesto and napa cabbage with carrots and edamame beans.
Okay, now I noticed the portion there.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about portions because, you know, you lived in London, you're from Singapore, I'm from Europe. I mean, here in America, the portions are so big. Does portion play a part?
Oh, definitely. What we want to do during the detox is to actually eat a lot of small meals. You know, it could be 5 little meals throughout the day. The trick is not to get hungry because when you get hungry, you end up binge eating. At the same time, you just need maybe 4 ounces of protein for your lunch and for your dinner so that you're not overeating. And that way you naturally lose weight during the detox process as well.
And why should we detox? I mean, what's wrong with us that, you know, we need to detox? Why?
Well, detox is a natural process in that it gets rid of toxins in our body. The challenge is in today's environment, we sometimes have way too much toxins, whether it is with the artificial foods that we're consuming, or alcohol for one, depending on how much we drink, and of course with the environment as well.
Spencer, he's guilty. Do you want to start cooking?
Yes,
I know you do the recipe, so we'll chat while you're cooking. Because really this is about giving people a lot of information about how to do it healthy. You know, because we get put off by going to the stores and, you know, finding all these vegetables and then we're not used to eating this amount of vegetables. What's some easy tips that make us not fail during a detox?
Well, I would say that a couple of tips. One thing to do is you need to make sure that you are in the right frame of mind. If you're really stressed out and you have too many things to do during your detox, it's really difficult to, you know, keep pace and keep the discipline of doing it for 3 weeks. On the other hand, what you can do as well is, well, with my service at Cook SF, we deliver to you two weeks worth of detox food. So all of these ingredients will be prep, marinated, diced. Everything will be chopped. We deliver it to you, to your home or office, and then you just get to eat and do a little bit of cooking, so you don't have to make everything from scratch.
And you don't have to go shopping for those of us like me. And I'm going to bring Spencer into this because he doesn't like to shop either, although he eats healthy. You know, it's very hard to give up caffeine and alcohol. Is there a tip you can give us to help us through that?
It is. I would say that, you know, other things that you can drink as well would be a lot of water instead, and then put some cucumber or some mint or some lemon in there to give it a bit of flavor. There are also a lot of great herbal teas that are caffeine-free as well that you can drink instead of coffee, or you could have sparkling water, once again, with a little bit of fresh mint, and that could be something like a spritzer that you could drink without having to resort to alcohol.
Right. So you've got lovely fresh vegetables here.
Yes, definitely. So what we've done here is we're cooking the rainbow trout. You want to make sure that the pan is really hot when you're cooking it so that the skin does not stick to the pan. And while it's cooking, try not to move the fish around too much because then what happens is if the fish is not yet cooked, it gets stuck to the pan and you just get
breaks up a bit.
It breaks up quite a bit. And what we have here as well would be napa cabbage and carrots, and we're just going to throw in some edamame beans.
So an ideal detox should last for how long?
I would say that 3 weeks is probably a good period to start. And during the detox process, what you want to do, as I mentioned earlier, not have caffeine, coffee, no processed processed foods, no refined carbohydrates. Instead, what you want to do is to have a lot of vegetables and a lot of lean protein like fish. That's why we have rainbow trout here today.
You know, before the show we were talking about gluten and having a sandwich and how, you know, having a sandwich at lunchtime can make you tired. Why is that?
Well, some people have a gluten sensitivity, and how that exhibits or itself is that you kind of crash when you have a lot of gluten.
Right.
And some people, when they have gluten as well, they end up having a little bit of bloatedness in their face. They might get some eye bags, or they have that tummy fat they can never get rid of. So by taking gluten away for 3 weeks, as well as dairy and a number of other things, you can actually figure out what you may have a sensitivity to.
All right, so we've done our detox, we've done it for 3 weeks. What should we expect to see and feel?
The first thing you should expect to see would be hopefully much clearer, brighter skin, a lot more energy as you feel less fatigue, and just you don't get the brain fog as well. Some people, sometimes midday, they get tired, they're not functioning well. All of that should go away. And for a lot of people, they end up losing weight too.
And how often should we do a detox?
I would say that it's good to spring clean your system every quarterly. And what you want to do really is not to go back to eating terrible food immediately after the detox. So when you start a natural process of detox, a lot of people find that they want to continue eating that way and eating healthy.
Right.
Of course, you could have the occasional grass-fed beef, which is good for you. It has a lot less fat than regular beef, but it means that you're not binge eating every day.
Right, so to sort of wrap that up, you've got to be in the right state of mind. You've got to do it for 3 weeks.
Yep.
And you're going to have better looking skin and feel better and get rid of all those toxins, which, ladies, helps your skin an awful lot. Thank you so much. And if you want more information about Nona and her services, please look at our website. It's all on there. And now we're going to go back to Spencer, Janelle, and Nick.
Okay, that's great. Well, Nick